Hello everybody, welcome to another video tutorial. I've got to put my teeth in. A video tutorial with Ruth from Artful Stampin. There we go, that's better diction for you, isn't it? So, good evening, hope you've all had a great day. I've been pretty busy tidying my house, which I've not done for a little while. And it severely needed a hoover, so it was great. Oh, sorry, got double noise there. Yeah, severely needed doing. So I I left some jobs for my kids to do when I went out for a coffee with my girlfriend this morning, and then came back to us semi-tidied, and then I carried on tidying, and then we got the Christmas tree up. Woohoo! So the Christmas tree is now up, and I've got some other decorations up as well, and yeah. My husband called me MacGyver this evening because I got so much done. Yeah, there we go. Right, I've already gone through my little stash of scraps that was left over from the other day, and I had an idea to do something a little bit different because, well, no, not different. Okay, somebody left a comment on my last scrap video saying, could you use scraps to do a one sheet wonder? Of course I can. I have done it in the past, but I thought this time I would do it slightly differently. Okay, so I will let you in on my idea in a second after I've said hello to you beautiful people. Hi, lovely people. Bev, Sheila, Deborah, Vanessa, Cindy, Steph, Jessica, Rhonda, Christine, Cindy, Melanie, Jackie. Hello. Hi, Carla. Hello. Oh, Carla Perry, you knew. I don't recognise your name. And Jackie Fankhauser. Awesome. Lovely to see so many people saying hello. If it's the first time you've been on a live, please do say so. We'd like to give you a nice warm welcome from those of us who have met quite a number of times before. Miss Steph, she's been on here, and Cindy, and Rhonda. So, oh, and Vanessa. So a big hello to you all. I'm just having a drink of water. I must confess, the other night when I came on live, my stomach was really quite hurting. My son was off at the beginning of the week with a stomach bug, and I partly was like, is this a real stomach bug? Anyway, a few days ago I was like, okay, I think it is a stomach bug, but it's a bit of a weird one. It kind of comes and goes. It's like you get this wave of odd feeling and then it goes again. So there we go. Right, I will let you in on what I think I'm going to do tonight. I've got some of these sheets left over from when Stampin' Up used to sell them. Now, I believe they are still available via other companies. So this was produced by Sizzix for Stampin' Up a few... Oh dear, I've got to switch my notifications off. This was produced for Stampin' Up a few catalogues ago. And it's basically an adhesive sticky sheet. So I'm going to be using that to kind of be the main to do the basis of it, really, and then we'll go from there. So if you've got friends that you think might enjoy this, please do share this out on social media. I'm not going to be doing anything too interesting in the next couple of minutes. So yeah, go ahead and share this out with your Facebook friends, your YouTube friends. And let's get a bit of a party going on here. Right, so I can already see this is going to be slightly too big there. So shall I trim it down? What's the best way to do this? Let's get my trimmer out, because this is a 12-inch sheet, and in the UK our pieces of cardstock do not quite reach to 12 inches. So I'm going to cut it down to what I know is our measurement there. Save that for another day. Hi, Tina. You can buy it on Amazon, says Steph. There we go. Right, so let's have a look. Peel here, it says. Is that right? Which one's still sticky? Yeah, that one. Okay, peel that off. We'll peel that one off first. Stick that in the bin. And I think I'm just going to lay it this way. Now, see, I chose this piece of card because it was in my scrap bag because, look, it's clearly got a bit of a dent in it. So I'm not really bothered about using the whole piece. I'm just going to try and line that up as best as I can and get that on there. So there we go, all done. And then what one does is just peel away then. Oh, I know what, let's push it on a bit harder. Get it really stuck on. See, I told you this was going to be boring. So if you haven't shared this out, quick, do it. Yeah. The other thing I was thinking, I've just sent everybody who supported me in November, either through PayPal or being my customer, or Super Chat, the video that the exclusive video for them. And I was thinking that due to your generosity, you guys have been so awesome. You know, I've pretty much bought what I need to keep me going for the next at least month until I start seeing what other demonstrators come out with. I'm going to be okay for about a month in terms of supplies. So I'm thinking of maybe doing some nice videos over the Christmas week and asking that any donations go to a charity that I support. It's actually a year ago and a bit since I was in Kenya doing some charity work, and it would be super duper lovely if I could continue to support that work. I mean, I support it personally anyway, and there are plans afoot for me to go to Kenya again, possibly next year, and possibly go on some training for something to do with it. But in the meantime, for Christmas, I thought it might be nice if I did some lives and then asked if anyone wanted to donate to do it for this charity. So anyway, I thought it'd be nice just to come on here and talk to you guys about it because, you know, I respect your opinions, and you know, yeah, I just love how this community is just like becoming so cool. Right, so I've got my piece of card prepped. I've got a sticky sheet. I don't know if you can see it in the light there. It doesn't cover the whole of it, but that's okay. And I managed to pull out a baggie of, look at all these bits and pieces that I must have prepped. Actually, I do know what happened was I prepped some cards for one of my classes in locally, and this is what was left, so I just bagged it all up and kept it together. And I love mixing gingham with florals, so I then went through my little bag of stuff, and I've just pulled out the odd floral bits and pieces, and I thought we'll just see what happens and mix it all. There's another piece there. Mix it all together and see what comes out at the end. So that's what we're going to do for the next few minutes, guys. So you think that's a great idea? Oh, fabulous. It was an awesome bit. Oh, great, guys. Oh, brilliant. Steph, you had a bad night last night. You were awake every hour on the hour. Oh, my goodness, Steph, that's horrible. That's like having a newborn baby. Oh, my life. Sorry about that. Okay, so this is a bit of a big one, isn't it? I don't think I want it to be that big, so I'm just going to set that aside for a moment. And you know what? Let's start in the middle. Let's just start sticking. Actually, I'm going to overlap them slightly because I don't really want any glue kind of showing, or you know, I don't want any glue showing. Actually, it really helps having the lines in the gingham. Oh gosh, oh right, okay. This is going to be an interesting process. I think I'm going to have to not think about it too much. I'm just going to have to get on with it. Yeah, this is definitely a don't overthink it process. It's just get on and get it stuck down. But do try and, if not overlap, certainly go right up to the edge type process. Oh gosh, that's sticky. Maybe starting in the middle wasn't a great idea. Okay. Oh, I've got to reach the end there already. Oh, right. Okay. Let's see if I can just do this. Do that. It's patchwork with no sewing. Oh my goodness, you're so right. I love patchwork, and I have given it a go over the years. I'm just not very good at it. I'm totally in awe of people who do it though. I suppose I do patchwork with crocheting. I crochet patchwork sometimes. So yeah, no, it is. I suppose it is patchworky. I don't know what. Let's turn it around so that my hand's not on the sticky bit. Let's see if that makes a difference. Oh, I've not done much green. Let's get some green on there. Okay, there we go. Remember last month my blood pressure was on the trampoline. On that trampoline where I went for... Ooh, Steph. Dear me. Crazy paving with scraps. Yes, absolutely. Hi, Gail Allen. I'm finally watching a live. Yay! Woohoo! Welcome. Please, everybody, welcome Gail to her first live. Do say hello to anybody new coming. If you don't recognise someone's name, please do say hello to them because we're like that, aren't we? I'd like to say that all crafters are lovely people, but you know, I suppose we all have our good and bad sides, and that's the same as crafters. Sometimes you get craft bad days and they're not so nice. Anyway, I don't know why. I'm just wittering at the moment. Sorry about that, guys. Witter. Right. Just gonna. Oh. Where's my trimmer? Where's my little trimmer gone? It's so little, I've lost it. Oh, there it is. Now this is where it comes in handy, you see, because I need to cut a little piece. So this trimmer is going to be available. Well, it is available to Stampin' Up! Demonstrators right now. But if you sign up in January, you'll get it for free. How cool is that? So this is great for when you're doing projects like this, just to cut little bits. Oh, that was too big a bit. Never mind. Let's cut that again. Try again, Ruth. Try again. Cut there. No, a bit more. Bit less. There we go. My daughter and son-in-law hang things up in craft room and living room today. Oh, what do you mean? What do you mean hung this up? Hi everyone, I recognise all the names from watching the replays. Oh, Gail. Oh, so do you watch Oh, Vanessa, message me, my darling. I'll send you the code for it. It's on one of the pages about celebration or about pre-order, I think. It is in a slightly obscure place, and I found it easy because my upline shared it with us on our our private Facebook page. But it is there. It is definitely there, Vanessa. But if you can't find it, just let me know and I'll message you with it. Okay. Also, can I request that for those of you who do super chat me, this month there were about 3 people who I had no way of kind of contacting them. So Janice Minimate from New Zealand and various other people I had to ask to message me. So if you are so kind to ever super chat me, if possible, could you also email me? Obviously not the people who've already done it, but if you could email me your email, it's ruthtrice@gmail.com. So that I'm able to send you the free link, the link to the extra video that I do for you. So just, yeah, this month I was a bit stumped. So this is really coming together so quickly. And it's actually fairly therapeutic, apart from the fact I'm trying to witter away to you guys and read your comments, but you know, so probably the process would probably be quicker if you were doing this at home. Yeah, yes, Vanessa. Sometimes we end up with loads of Vanessas and loads of Janices. And what's the other? Do we have a few Ruths? I don't know. We haven't had somebody with the exact same name yet, though. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Right, I've not put no florals on this so far, but I think what I'll do is sort of floral accent this once this is finished. Oh, I'm running out of pieces now. Oops. Stop that one in there. Oh, I meant to cut that, never mind. Get my scissors. If you had a thin liner pen, you could draw stitches. Oh, yes, that's a good idea. Oh, if anyone wants to try that and share it with me, please do that. So if you ever want to share your projects with me, I have a Facebook page called Artful Stampin Space, and you are more than welcome to share all your creations that I've inspired you with. And it's a lovely little community. I think Vanessa should get top prize for all her sharing at the moment, because she's been at home looking after dear hubby, so she's had loads of time to craft. Right, we'll get into this. Is like doing a jigsaw puzzle. We're getting down to the last. Ooh, ooh, can you find the last piece to go in? Now it's like trying to find the right piece to go in there, so I'm not next to a colour I've already done. That's the tricky bit now. Right. Let's get that in there. That's not too bad. It's under. Oh, thanks, Gail. Go to happening now. There we go. The group is worth joining. Lots of inspiration. Thank you, Jenny. Hi, Bob. Oh dear. Water down the wrong way. Barbara, I'm using the adhesive sheet from Oh, I always have to sneeze to clear myself if I get water down the wrong way. There we go. Right, it's this adhesive sticky sheet. So basically the glue was across the whole sheet. Excuse me. Right, oh, I've got this little piece here to do. Let's get that on. I think I'm just going to cut that bit off there and then put another piece to hide it there. Oh no, that made a boo-boo on that one, never mind. Right, let's have a little trim here. Hi Linda! Who else has just come on? Yeah, I'm drinking water. There we go. Oh, I'll just stick this little bit down here. You probably can't see that, but there's another bit there. Right, so that is pretty much all done. And then if there's any bits that, you know, a little bit flappy, you can just stick a little bit of Tombow in there and get that stuck down. So there's a little flappy bit there. Let's stick that down as well. Yeah, it's snowing. Vanessa, we looked out earlier and my son actually went out to check on it, and we had the tiniest little bit. It was a bit measly, to be quite honest with you. So you're obviously in a bit more of a western area, because yeah, we've hardly got any here, and so we're not really super duper west. We're more East Wales, really. We're on the border, so never mind. Hopefully it will come to us. Oh, I missed a little bit there. Thanks, Vanessa. Well spotted. Oop. There we go. Dear. Oh, no, it's not wanting to stick down. Right, okay, let's just put some glue on it then. I think because all the other bits are raised up now, it's finding it's hard to kind of to get stuck in there. Right. Yay! Right, so I think probably the best thing to do for me now is to, oh, I missed a bit up there as well, is to actually cut this up into pieces. Actually, I don't know, I'm thinking off the cuff here, because I've never done it this way before. I don't know whether actually it would be nice to decorate it first, or to cut it up. I don't know. I know what, let's have a look at what I've got, and then we'll, because I thought that would be a nice, oh no, that's a bit big. It covers it all up. No, let's put that aside for a minute. Right, so we've got some interesting little floral bits here. Or I could cut these, I could cut circles into these. You see, I also like the idea of like a random floral, you see. Well, that I could cut up, these little flowers. Let's do that. Let's do a bit of fussy cutting. That might look nice. Vanessa says, I've got Mr. Tim Hoax's, that was my words, Tim Hoax. Trimmer, do I need this one as well? Probably not, Vanessa, to be quite honest. Yeah. Although this one, I don't know, what's the size of his trimmer? Is that the one that's made by Tonic? Because to be honest with you, if Stampin' Up! Had not come out with this, I was seriously considering getting it. Because I really did feel that we needed something like this, just that you'd have on your desk almost like permanently, really, to cut little things out with. Sorry, I'm off camera there. Sorry about that, I didn't realise. You should shout at me, guys, if I go off camera. So this is from a retired, these are all from retired bits of paper, designer series paper that Stampin' Up! Used to do. And I know that sometimes it can be a bit frustrating if I use retired products. However, I know that some of you are Stampin' Up! Addicts and you need ideas to use some of this stuff up. So there we go. That's why I do it. Right, there's a bit of floor. What's on the back of this one? Oh, that's nice. Nice big little like rosy thing there. You see, that can go, even though there's only half of it left, that could actually go at the side of a card and it would look fine because, you know, can you imagine that on the side like that? That would look all right, wouldn't it? Right. What else have I got here? Oh, can't reach it there. Oh, no, it was a Rienka. Right, yeah, I'm not sure about these, if these are the right colour. Oh, I could cut out flowers from that, couldn't I? That's the other option. Oh, I could stamp and cut out flowers. Right, oh, what about, where's Floral Essence? I'll grab that out and get the punch. And do something quite bold, like stamping it with black or something. Like a really strong colour. A bit like this one, really, because this one's got this dark outline. Punch some of the ditzy florals with a flower punch. Oh, okay. Oh, glad to hear that Greg's doing well, rather. My blood pressure shot up. Your blood pressure shot up. I'm not surprised. With all that you've gone through with him. Oh, let me grab a mat. This isn't a very flat surface. Right. The Tim Holtz trimmer cuts 8.75 tall and measurements to 6 inches and has a... Oh, that is definitely bigger than ours, Jenny. Definitely bigger. Yeah, ours is way smaller than that. I had to destash my card earlier as I keep every tiny little scrap and even couldn't use a 16... Ha 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 ha. Well, you could do this process with it. You know, just stick it all down. And then just use it as one great big sheet then. Okay, so do you want the measurements for this? Okay, so I'll do this in inches. So this is approximately 5 inches across by 7.5 high, and the actual thing across is just over 4 inches by 6 inches. So it's tiny weeny really. So it's up to you really. I mean, do you find that you keep the Tim Holtz one on your desk? Oh, it was Vanessa that was asking. Sorry, not Jenny. Thanks for the measurements, Jenny. Oh look, I've just found a glue dot on there. They get everywhere. Deborah says that's a great size for my table. Okay. Yeah, I think so. Now, whoever says ditzy florals, did you mean daisy florals or did you mean ditzy florals? Well, if you keep your Tim Holtz one on and it's happy on your desk, then I wouldn't worry too much about it. How much is it? If, as demonstrators at the moment, if we order it, it came to about 25 CSV. No, not 25 CSV. It's £25, so that's about 28, 29 CSV, so it's about $28, $29. But you also got some papers with it as well. And if you sign up during celebration, so if you're not a demonstrator and you want to sign up, then in January, February, March, when you become a demonstrator, so it costs £99 or $99. Is it $99? No, ditzy florals. You've got bits that are covered. Oh, I see what you mean. So cut florals out of the ditzy florals. Got you. Okay, I'll see in a second after I've had a go with this. So, oh yeah, that looks quite good. You see, I think, having a look at this now, I think it would be better to cut it up somewhat. Oh, Steph, yes, I saw that. That's a lovely idea. Right, oh, now that one's a spare one. Oh, you know what, I might just do a triple one. There we go. And then I've got some other florals here. Oh, and the other thing I had was this one. Now, this is from a embossing folder from way back when. And I inked the background of it before putting it through. And it made it look like that. So that might be nice, just sort of cut up and use portions of it against some of that. So I won't cut that up right now. What's the other thing I found? Oh, I found this. So this has got some floral on it. Now I do actually have the punch to this, but it's quite easy to cut out, so I might just roughly cut this out. And I think I must have just like spritzed water on this because it's got a very kind of watercolour feel to it. Right. And that's had a bit of a chunk kind of out of it, so I'm just going to, that could go on the edge of something. The Tim Holtz one is good for cutting out card bases. Ah. Nearly there. Last bit to go. There we go. Right. Right, I think we've got a few to be going on. Right, let's cut this down because looking at it, I think it just needs just trimming down. Oh, actually, if I do it that way first, cut these little bits off the end. Those out of the way. Then I can cut it. Cut it about there. I've got this tiny little sliver of sticky there, but I think I can probably cover that up. Trim that down. Get these out of the way. Right. So let's have a look at this. So this measures, so I could get one full card base out of this. If I cut it out of this section here, because I need to cut it a bit, there's a bit of sticky down here that I can just cut off, because then that would fit a whole card base. I'm going to cut that at 10 centimetres, approximately about 4 inches. So you guys in the States probably do that to 3 3/4. I'm going to cut this down to fit one of our own card bases. So that's one card base. You know, perhaps we could put just a couple of florals on there. We don't want to kind of cover it up too much. And then let's have a look. Cut another 10 centimetre one, but what I'm going to do is actually pair this up now with, I'm just going to cut that. Cut that down a bit. Hiya, Tonya. Nice to have your company. Oop, try to get these bits off. Right, where's that yellow thing? Right, let's get this out. So this is already cut to the correct length. So I'm wondering, we could cut it at an angle. Do you think that might be fun? If I lay the two together, I think that would work. I've not really done this before. So I've got the two on top of each other, and if I do that, actually no, I want to go through the middle of that flower there. I'll just go through a couple of times because that's cutting through quite a lot of card, or paper rather. So that should fit on there. That should fit on there. Yay! Yep, that works. And I think maybe like a decorative, or quite a dark maybe going through there, like, I don't know, maybe black or something. Anyway, slightly unusual. There we go. That's that. So that's two card bases. And what have we got left? We've got this piece here. So let's just see what this measures. That's just under 15. So I could have cut it down. I could cut it down to 5 centimetre lengths. It feels like it's not quite at, yeah, no, it's not quite at the correct right angle. So let's just trim this down. Let's get rid of that green bit there. Let's take this down to 8.5 centimetres and trim that down, and then basically cut this into 3s. So it's just under 15 centimetres. So if I do this at 5 minus 1 millimetre, there. Oh, no, don't move. There we go. Right. That will just need a little tiny squitch of glue just to keep that tiny bit down. hold on, got a clog. Don't like a gluey clog, do we? Right. Right, there we go. So those are just some nice pieces that we can use on a card base. Now, what have I got here? I've got some pieces of cardstock that are kind of, they're not quite card bases, they're card mats really, matting layers. So that would look quite fun, I think. Look, I've got 3 of those and that matches the green. Then that could have a cute flower on it. Oh, that'd be a nice idea, Vanessa. Yes, a vellum strip with... Actually, I'll tell you what I could use. I've got the new stamp set that will go perfectly with this. Oh, where are my little bag of green leaves? A little bag of green leaves here that need using up. Yes, I'll show you the stamp set that I'm thinking of. Label Me Bold, this one. This is so cool. Let's get some blocks. Right, what about a... Let's just do a happy birthday. So these are lovely because they're like the negative. They're like white on black or clear, you know, clear on black. So, right, let's have a see how this looks. I always like to do a bit of a tester one. Oh, that's nice and bold, isn't it? Right. I'll clear the decks a bit. Ooh. I think I just need to push down for a little bit harder to get that ink transfer. And really ink up the stamp well. Oh, I've got a little bit of a shadowing there. That is my fault rather. Never mind. Lesson learned. Such a nice bold stamp. Gorgeous. Right, let's... Did you see what I just went to do? I went to brush that away and it's ink on there. Right, I'm just going to clean up that area there a bit. I'm just going to clean that to make sure it doesn't transfer. Rose one looks really shabby chic. It does, yeah. Oh, thank you, Janice. Yay, there we go. Now, for someone who's like loves clean and simple, that would just be perfect on its own, I think. You know, they would just be happy with that. But I got to put a flower on it. Right, let's get these ones back in. And I'm wondering if if I put it on black, it just helps to like unify the whole design. And then maybe some black ribbon or trim, or I didn't get any of the lace that was in the autumn winter catalogue. There's some nice in the Halloween section. There's a really lovely black lace trim, isn't there? But I didn't get it. Trying to think what I've got that would work. Oh, I do have some black. Oh, black shimmer ribbon. That's from way back when. That's allowed, isn't it? It's technically scrap, isn't it, if it's retired? I'm going to stick. Now, there's going to be a slight gap, I think, in this. So, but that's okay because the ribbon's going to cover it. Just pop that ink pad just to one side for a second. Oh, bye, Vanessa. Got to feed Greg his breakfast. All right. Say hello to Greg for us. Tell him to be good to his nurse. If I mail you my scraps, could you work your magic on them? I can try. We were talking about doing a scrap swap. Where do you live again, Vanessa? Cindy says, I can pay more attention now my friend's left. What, were you watching this on the sly when your friend was there? I sometimes do that. If the other day I had a guest and I think Janice was on. So I was like, oh, shall I watch her while I'm here? Put her on quiet, you know, they won't know. Right, I think black with a really nice kind of classic bow. Just gonna, oh, now do I trim it? Exact. Oh, let's stick it down first. Use a bit of tearing tape. Or if I'm being naughty, I call it tearable tape. Tearable tape. Tearable. Did anyone ever watch that film? Oh, it starts with an M. Oh, flip. What's it called? It was directed by Jane Campion, who directed The Piano. Was it an Australian film? Oh, the name escapes me. Oh, right, thanks. Vanessa Bridge is in West Wales. Vanessa Page is in Australia. Yes. Oh, what's the name of that film? It had the lady who was in Sixth Sense in it. Muriel's Wedding. That's it. I thought it started with an M. Muriel's Wedding. And one of her things that she says, she goes, that's terrible, Muriel. So whenever I hear the word terrible, I think terrible. That's terrible, Muriel. Ever watch that film? I'm also trying to build up a good supply to donate and help with the fires this year. Ah, Tonya. So are you, Tonya, are you Australia as well? So you, when you say supplies, do you mean your... Oh, oh yes, I've just read your previous comment. I love making cards like this over Christmas as it builds up. And early, yes, yearly supply, yes. Ah, dear. Right, so I'm thinking a really nice classic kind of bow. I know it's probably not very... Oh no, the lighting's not too bad actually on this ribbon. I thought you wouldn't catch it because it was quite dark, but I think having the little bit of glitter or glimmer through it, it's showing up. I just think something really classic like that would look good. Right, let's get that cut. Oh, Steph, never mind. It's just quite a good one, and it was, I think it came out after The Piano, which was one of my favourite films. Gosh, I've not seen that film for ages. I used to watch it loads when it first came out, and I would listen to the soundtrack over and over, and actually it's still one of my go-to soundtracks to listen to. Not maybe super recently, but I really, yeah, love the soundtrack, and it got me into looking at other films that were scored by Michael Nyman. And then, yeah, so The Piano would have come out before I went to university. And then I went to university and studied film and television, theatre, film and television. And in my first year at university, I had the most amazing film lecturer. And he just made you fall in love with film. And he would pick a director, I think so there was like 12 weeks in the semester, and he would choose, I don't know if it was 12 or 10, I can't remember, but anyway, he would choose a director for each week and then give a list of films that you were like recommended. So there was one film that he would focus on, and then in the lecture theatre you could go and watch, they would put on showings of the other films that that person had directed. So I think the first film he ever lectured on was Cinema Paradiso by oh my goodness, my age is showing now. Oh, someone will tell me who that's directed by. But anyway, yeah, and then we did Scorsese, we did Peter Greenaway. So Peter Greenaway's films were also scored by Michael Nyman, and I only knew a little bit about his films before I'd gone to university, but then learned a little bit more about them when I was there. Oh, I ended up watching a horrific film by Peter Greenaway called The Baby of Macon. Oh, please don't watch it it's not for the faint-hearted. Do not watch it. But anyway, he's very very interesting British director. So there we go. Anyway, so how the black bow makes it elegant. Yes. Lol, Janice, same happened with my boyfriend years ago. Our first date with my now hubby was to the cinema and I fell asleep. That's funny, Janice. Jessica said, I had to take a phone call. I missed how you cut it up. Oh, yeah, that's fine. Go back a bit. I only managed to watch the Downton movie as I was being jabbed in the ribs by my mum. Yes, don't nobody tell me about the Downton movie. I haven't seen it yet. Right, you're off to bed. Okay, good night, Vanessa. I haven't got much to go now. It's just, I won't do another one of these because that'll be a bit boring for you to watch. Let's do something on here. Let's use some of these pink bits. Look, we could do a little cluster of pink, couldn't we? That, I think, is probably a bit too... Oh, no, I was going to say it's a bit too orange, but... we might be able to soften it down a bit. Anyway, let's stick it together and see what happens. Oh, Janice, sorry to hear that. Sorry, is that about your dad? You did stay awake through the Downton. Well, it's got Maggie Smith in it. I would not want to miss a line that Maggie Smith says. She's just so hilarious. I want to be like Maggie Smith when I'm older. I want my hair to go white and I want to be able to wear it in a bun. You know what I'm going to do? I'm actually going to split this up because it's releasing this month. Ooh! Hi, April! Oh, Amazon were doing pre-orders of the film. Oh, I've got to sort out my Amazon affiliate account. They emailed me to say that because I hadn't put some code on my website, they've taken me off the program, and I just haven't had the time to sit down at my computer to kind of sort it all out at the moment. So my Amazon affiliate links are just not working at the moment, but I will try and get it sorted over Christmas, I think. Right, so I'm just going to make this leaf a little bit more pointy, and I think I'm going to cheat a little bit and put a little bit of ink just on the edge there, because oh look, see, that's quite cool, isn't it? So you wouldn't know that that had been chopped off. There we go. Yeah, I think what we have to do so that we can be as witty as Maggie Smith is just learn all her lines. You know, we'll just have to do that. Now, I did take out some of this lace because I thought that might be quite nice to have in the background. Let's see if that will work. Just going to trim a bit off there. Trim that bit off there. Tear that bit off there. Right. Just quite like the idea of some of it poking out at the top. I know what, I'm going to trim that off so that I can use that section somewhere else. Oh, cut that bit off there. Because this is going to tuck underneath, I'm going to try and save the integrity of the point of this here. Oop. What am I doing? What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh yeah, right, and then I'm going to trim that down there and trim that there. Right, so I can have that poking out the bottom and that poking at the top. Oh, that's quite pretty. Oh, and there's a little bit of thread here. So honestly, I'm getting this all from my little scrappy box. I could go there. Nice bit of texture. I like a bit of texture, don't we? Just trying to see if there's anything else leafy that I could use. A little leaf there. Right, what are you all saying? Oh, Judy Walters is hilarious. Judi Dench was my first British favourite, but when Judy stopped covering her grey, I decided to do the same. Oh, Janice, you're such a Judy. Yes. Is Emma Thompson a dame yet? Oh, look, Janice, you share Emma Thompson's name. And Emma Thompson apparently loves coming to Scotland. I've watched a few interviews of hers, and she talks about how I think she went skinny dipping in a pond on her property in Scotland, and some farmer went by. I can't remember where I saw the interview. It was on YouTube somewhere. It's very. She's just so funny. Such a funny lady, but also not afraid to speak her mind. I wouldn't say I agree with all her views, but I respect the way that she puts her views forward, and how she tries to use her situation, like her social standing, as it were, to get across different things. So question, Ruth, do you die cut out a heap of embellishments and store them? Not intentionally, Tonya. What sometimes happens is because I do workshops locally, sometimes I may have over prepped because I'm a bit naughty really. I should demand from my ladies that they tell me exactly if they're coming the month in advance. And generally I have a very good idea of who's coming. They do tell me. But occasionally I will get the odd person who maybe they haven't precisely let me know, and then they turn up. So I always prep sort of, I have my list of people who I know are coming, and then I usually prep 2 more people or something. So I will just end up with bags of stuff, well, boxes of stuff that I just chuck in a box. Or if I'm just having a go, trying to invent something or create something, I'll just punch out a whole load of stuff, and then or I've done a video just to like, okay, so this over here was because I was showing you how to use a hot glue gun, and it's been sitting in my scrap box ever since because I haven't decided what to do with it. Yeah, and then eventually I just end up with accumulations of stuff. So no, I don't always intentionally sit and cut out a whole load of stuff. I promise. Miss. I need to learn to tie a nice bow. Oh, okay, I'll do that. Hi, Desk Jockey 49. First time here. Would you show us how to add dimension to those leaves again? Yes, I will. Sheila, will you have the new Little Women over there? Yeah, that's coming out at some point. Desk Jockey 49. This is yes, it is your first time out. Welcome. Please, everybody who's on the chat, please say hello to Desk Jockey. I will show you how to do the leaves, and then I'll show you how to do the bow. Oh, where's my little pack of leaves gone? Oh, there they are. Right, okay, so what one does is you have a pair of pointy nosed tweezers, and they don't have to be the sharp ones, like for eyebrow picking, you know, they're the cheapy ones. And what you do is you put your clamp over the area that you want to twist. So I would go to about here. Oh, let me get into the right area for you. And then put your thumb and finger over the top of the tweezers and the leaf together. It's really important to do that. And then rather than holding my tweezers like this and then going like that and then dislocating my wrist, what I do is I bring my hand round so that my index finger and my thumb is underneath the tweezers. So that is, it feels slightly tight, but the reason why I do that, and you only do it for a second, is that you're then in a better position to do this, which is to twist away from you, and your thumb and finger don't move anywhere. It's just holding on, and you can see it's twisting up inside there like that, and that's okay. Look, see how far that's twisted? The paper can cope with it because you're not twisting it off the stem, you're just twisting up that leafy part there, and you could just go round and round and round in circles like this, you know, that's fine. And then you take it out and then you just leave it, and it kind of relaxes after a while, or you can just, you know, flatten it out a little bit. But to be honest, I don't go round and round and round all the time. I just do that and then do that, and that just puts the little twist into the leaf like that. Okay, is that helpful? I'll stick that one in there, and I'll just do another quick one. Right, so there, thumb and finger, index finger on the top, twist, twist. Oh, I didn't even do it properly then, but twist. Okay. Right, stick that in there. Ta-da! Right, now this is the bit that's tricky, sticking it all back down. Let's move these out the way. Oh well, doesn't matter. It is what it is. It'll turn out. So let's just get these bits stuck down. So I'm just going to put a little bit of glue on here, a little bit of glue on there. Stick that down there and there. I can always go back in and put more glue, so I'm not too worried about that. Just pop a couple of bits. But remember, because you're going to be sticking other stuff on top, it's not absolutely necessary. You don't need to plaster it with glue. Right, so then that one, I'm just going to put glue there. Because once you've twisted all these lovely petals, you don't really want it all being flattened again by sticking it too heavily. As long as it stays on your card, you don't need to... Oh, and the other reason why I don't stick down things completely is because later on I want to stuff these leaves in there and I want to be able to have space to do that. So, right, let's cover. Make sure these are... You see, now I've got these sort of straight lines here. You've got to make sure that those are covered up by the flowers. So, there we go. Let's just make sure, just plan that slightly better. I don't know, let's just get my... Where's my dimensionals? I'm sure I had them here. I had them here the other day. Oh, there they are. Might be a bit easier with a dimensional. You're back. Oh, you fed him already, Vanessa? Or did you just have to prep his breakfast? Oh, my dimensionals are behaving a bit weirdly. Right, let's take that off properly. Let's stick that on there. Actually, I'm going to do it that way. That one's got a bit cut off it. See, doing these little clustery things is a great way to use up scraps that are a little bit imperfect, because you can hide the imperfections underneath another flower. So, Tonya, I just got a whole heap of Stampin' Up! Punches, and this was one of them. I'm taking them away at Christmas. Camping. You're camping at Christmas. Oh, I suppose you, yes, it's warm where you are. So I can punch out plenty of punch out. Yeah, that's a great idea. Yeah, and take your scraps to do that with. You know, like for example, oh, if I just, I'm so messy. On my floor, look, I've got bits from cutting out bigger pieces. So I can't bring myself to throw these away, because I'm thinking I can get 3 or 4 or 5 leaf punches out of this. So it's still on my floor, ready for me to pick it up and sort it out. Anyway, I am very messy. Hi, Nydia. Nydia, did you email me? So who's going to bed? Steph. Okay. Oh, see, Steph. See, my voice is soporific. Either that or you're very tired. Probably very tired. Oh, yeah, you know you were up every hour, weren't you, last night? Hope you get a better night's sleep, my darling. Oh, no, these... Okay, so these end bits, what I do is I just cut these up like that. And then grab one of those. Now these leaves, I know I've said it before, but I'm saying this for the guys who are new to my channel. Don't bother trying to put loads of glue under there. Just put it on the leaf. Because once it's tucked under, it's not going to go anywhere, is it? Ooh, knocking things flying. Yes, it is summer. Silly me. I always forget that people are from all around the world, and it's different weather where you are. That sounds like good fun. How is Florida today? What's the weather like in Florida? Oh no, I don't like that there. Let's go on to there. Need another one there. Oh, I haven't put this thread under, so Just make my life easier when it comes to this sort of thread. What I do is get a little piece of dimensional ready. Give it a good old little twist. And stick it onto my dimensional like that. Then peel that off. And stick that underneath something. Ooh, there we go. That's lovely. Right, let's get a card base for this. Don't seem to have anything super bright. Ooh, what about the purple? Oh no, actually pink, because we've got pink flowers. Mind you, that is more of a Calypso coral colour, isn't it? That there. You know what, I'm just going to leave it, that's fine, I'm happy with that. You thought the... Oh, did you? I've had your summons to clean up your car as you bought a new one yesterday. Ooh. Oh, you all like the purple. Okay. That's fine. Doesn't matter to me. Just do my little glue dots to dabs all across. Yes, I know. The tribe has spoken. I know. Have to listen to my tribe. It's funny, I came in this morning and I had to look at the cards I made the other night, the scrap cards, and I was just like, they're so pretty. I couldn't, in the daylight, because I suppose because I make these at night time, it's a whole different lighting on them when in the daytime. And I was like, wow, they turned out really cool. So I want to take some nice photos of them and put them on my blog, because it is different for you, I know, to see it, you know, because the quality is not always brilliant on YouTube. So it is nice for you guys to see it. Right, I'll quickly stick these down and then I will do the bow. And then I'm going to say goodnight. We have our family Christmas service tomorrow at church, and I was prepping the little craft that we're going to be doing. And I bought a Tim Holtz lantern die a couple of months ago when I did the Narnia event, and so I cut out some little yellow lanterns, and I'm going to use a happy birthday stamp and then create the word Jesus, or name Jesus, not word, name Jesus, out of some letter stamps, and then just have happy birthday Jesus stamped onto the lantern before they put it together. So, and then I've got some battery powered candles that they can go home with one to do that. So what we do, my husband is leading tomorrow, and he will do like the first half of the service is like aimed at the children, and then the children go out for 15 minutes while he sort of does more of an adult talk, and then we'll have refreshments and stuff. Hope you share pictures. Oh, I'll try to. Yeah, I can't share pictures of the children, but I'll take pictures of the craft. Yeah, we have quite a strict no showing pictures policy at our church. So. If anyone's ever interested in hearing my husband's sermons, if you look up Welshpool Community Church .blogspot.com, he usually puts them on there eventually. What is your Facebook page to post projects? Ah, yeah, it's called Artful Stampin Space. Christine. I love watching your creative process. Your creations are lovely. Oh, thank you. Well, I like to think my ideas are quite eclectic. They're a bit different each time. And I hope that you are learning something from what I do too. I am going to have such fun with this stamp set. I just did it again. I thought that was an actual thing and I just pressed down on it. Honestly. It's amazing what the trick on the eye that it is. Oh, I'm so happy with this stamp set. Oh, ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm going to stamp some stars. It's a stamp set, guys. I took it out a minute ago. Let's stamp some little stars. And it's got texture stamps. So exciting. Texture stamps. I meant the lantern. I'm sure they're cute, but I don't want to make them laugh. Yeah. Yes, Sheila. Yeah, yeah, he's the main preaching elder. So there's 2 elders at our church, and he's the main preaching elder. And he's paid. So yeah, I guess he is. I've got a bit of a mess on there, but never mind. Right, so right there. I think these black stars just look fabulous. And I like having them kind of creep off the page. Isn't that fun? They're so addictive. Happiness. Esther is making me want that cake stamp. Oh, seriously. I've got it actually, and I've not played with it yet. I just had to get my front room tidy today, and I had thought of coming on this morning, but sorry, I'm just excusing why I haven't played with it really. Giving you my reasons. Right, so finish that. I'm going to now tie a bow. Oh yes, so please, yeah, are you at Vanessa? Are you on Janice's Facebook page? Her new one. I'm sure Janice would love to see it and share it on her page, her Facebook page. Oh, Janice, if you grab the link from your Facebook, or if actually, Janice, can you make sure that you put it in your about your YouTube about you section? If you don't know how to do it, let me know. But also put it in your YouTube description, the link to it. Okay, are you ready for the bow tying? So, I don't know if there's a right or wrong side to this, but anyway. Okay, so I loop like that. Then round. Hold it again there. Then get a little bit under here. And then tuck that through. But all the time I'm trying to make sure that nothing gets twisted. It is actually all really flat at this point. There's no twists within the ribbon. And allow yourself a good little bit on each end, because you want to give yourself space to kind of pull it and then reposition and pull. So just take your time. Oh, that's twisted up in there, but let's see if I can sort that out. Yeah, there we go. And with some ribbons, you have to be very careful not to, I'm showing you the wrong way so that you know, but not to squeeze too hard at this point here, because you can end up making a fold in that section. And if you want a nice full bow, don't do that, because you end up, yeah, having a kink. So really it's best to get your fingers at this point now, pull it that way so that it's a nice big rounded bow. I mean, some people like very frothy big bows, but you just have to kind of like pull and tug it and stuff. So, and then the trick is how you glue it onto your card, really. I mean, that one's quite a flattish one. I mean, you could go quite rounded. You just sort of do that to it to pull it. Yeah, so the trick is I use glue dots. So I put a glue dot at that point in the middle, and then a glue dot there and a glue dot there. And then once that's stuck down, if needs be, I will then glue dot the tail ends as well. So does that help? Hope that helps. I'm trying to think who else I've seen do a good video on bow tying. I think my upline, Monica Gale, if you look up Monica Gale on Stampin' Up. Sorry, not on Stampin' Up, on YouTube. I think she may have done a couple of things on bow tying. Christina Werner is another one. She's done, that's Christina with the K. She's done some videos on bow tying. I mean, the other way that some people do it is literally to make the whole bunny ears one. So you loop that like that, loop that like that, and then tie the two together, she says. It's just not wanting to behave. Oh, there we go. Flip that over. There we go. And it is kind of about not being afraid to kind of pull it tight either. There we go. And just having a little fiddle with it. Now I have, that's it. My upline has done like a cheap bow tying system, and I think she does something like where she does that, and then she puts that behind there. Hold on, see if I can do it. So she holds that there, like that. I think she cuts that off. Then passes that through there. Maybe that one around the back. And then ties a knot in the middle. Oop. Seems a bit complicated to me, if you ask me. Oh, that's a bit weird. Oh, yeah, it's kind of worked. Oh, you'll have to go and watch her do it, because... Oh, no, it kind of works, yeah. It's just in a slightly different way. Yeah, if you want a kind of quite a loopy bow, it works. Some people use a bow maker. They've got like a little tool to do it. Oh, gosh, you can't pull that apart like you can a normal bow. That's stuck forever. Hi, Bobby. Janice says she uses a bow maker. There we go, Janice. There we go. There's a workaround. Oh, that's a good idea, Vanessa. Yeah, the bow jig. I can't even get that apart now. Right, excuse me. Coughing again. Let's just do a quick recap. Oh no, let's just use this bit of cardboard. Right, I need to stick these down, but so I used the Sizzix permanent sticky sheet, this stuff, and made a piece of card sticky, then stuck down loads of scraps of gingham paper, which I've got a few bits left but not much, and then cut it up. So I used the smaller pieces to do these cute little cards using the fabulous, can't wait to use it a bit more, Label Me Bold. So this is in the new catalogue that's coming out. I have just posted quite a few out to some of my customers. So if you do want one though, please contact me. If you're in the UK, contact me at ruthtrice@gmail.com, and I'm happy to give me your address and I'll post one out to you. So Label Me Bold. I just used the happy birthday and the stars. So aren't they fun? There we go. Nice to see you, Bobby. Are you feeling better? He's been a little bit poorly this week, our Bobby. Right, so then there's this one here. Now I cut enough to make 2 of those because I don't know if you remember, I stacked the 2 together, cut it in half so that you can end up making 2 cards from it. So, ta-da! Which is quite a fun thing to do. And then put this fabulous black bow in between. And then use that one and just did a bit of a cluster. And again, used up some scraps from my scrap heap just to... And some of that lace, which is quite pretty. So that makes quite a cheery happy birthday card, possibly. You know, quite a nice, fun thing. Again, from scraps. So there we go. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. I needed to do some very large bows for some wedding invitations. I've got my hubby to draw. Ah, that's a good idea, Janice. Fabulous. Right, so if you're watching this on the replay, hello and welcome. Thank you so much for sticking with me. And don't forget that if you want to see the live chat, just press that live chat button. You can see what everyone else was saying and what I was responding to. Otherwise, it just sounds like I've been chatting to myself. I promise you I haven't. These people really are there. They're not figments of my imagination. So there we go. Oh, Jenny, you scoping later. That's periscoping. Oh, fabulous. I may be in bed, but have a great time scoping. That's periscoping. To those of you who don't know about Periscope, it's a live broadcasting app, kind of like a little bit like YouTube, where Jenny and I first met. So yeah, I hope you're feeling better, Bobby. Right, lovely to see you all, and hoping to do a few more videos as things quieten down for Christmas. I need to get wrapping some prezzies and things, so I'll do that next week. Probably need to make some more tags at some point. And if you didn't catch my other video making scrap cards, please do. Here's one of them. Oh, I've got stuff falling around me. Here's one of them. That's a little sneaky peek. So go and have a look at that video if you've not caught that one. And yeah, scrap card making is probably still one of my most... Dear, sorry, I disappeared for a second there. Right, lovely to see you all. Have a fabulous, fabulous weekend, and take care for now. Bye!